I'm a loser, Debbie. A West Point reject with a shitty education and a family history of alcoholism and drug abuse that's bound to catch up with me sooner or later. Fast food is the best it's gonna get for me. I've accepted who I am. Why can't you?
I'm Carl. Since I can remember, my family was never a proper one. You all know my old man Frank. He'd do anything to get some money for alcohol. Do you believe that he quit drinking just for the sake of alcohol? He's simply a fully automatic family troublemaker. Mom Monica was even worse. Her bipolar disorder made her like a ghost. When she remembered us, she'd come back and turn our already fucked up lives into something even worse. When she didn't, she could just disappear into thin air. Us younger ones were basically raised single-handedly by our big sister Fiona. Back then, she was just a kid herself, but she had to play both mom and dad, holding the whole damn family together. So don't blame us for all being a little screwed up in the head. Just surviving in that shit show was a win.
Oh, shit!
I was never anything close to a good kid growing up back then. My head was just a mess. Our bully classmates hated everything and wanted to pick a fight with anyone who looked at me wrong.
Teacher told me to give this to you.
Wait, what did you do?
Nothing.
It has become a regular routine for the teacher to invite Fiona to have tea every week.
He needs more structure, we know.
What Carl needs is medication, a near-death experience, or a lobotomy.
Sometimes even I thought I was a real piece of shit, but what else could I do? This is exactly the law of survival in the South District. You weren't tough, people walked all over you. Weakness was useless. Fists were the only language that mattered. I had to protect myself, protect my brother's sisters, be it, if my methods were rough, a bit violent. That was all I knew back then. Weirdly enough, though, I always had a soft spot for animals. I'm really afraid that they will freeze to death.
What?
Time flew by in the South Side, where the seasons changed unpredictably, but the one thing that never changed, at least in their eyes, was my intelligence. My useless ass dad, chasing his delusional get-rich-quick dreams, actually fucking lied to me, saying I had a terminal illness just to milk sympathy and donations from people.
The good news is the cancer's in your brain, and you never were much of a thinker, so it probably won't affect you that much.
Goddammit, Frank Gallagher, you never failed to outdo yourself in being absolute worst. But by now we've been a seasoned insurance fraud duo for years. Him scheming, me risking my life. That man a goddamn factory of bad ideas to scrape together money for a liver transplant. He had me break his fucking leg.
I want you to break my leg. I need the insurance money. It's the only way I'll be able to pay for the transplant.
Once in a liker opportunity. Hell yeah. I would gonna pass that up chop. Just when old man Frankenhealth was still a mess. My little bro Liam landed in the hospital. Fiona, high out of her mind, accidentally let him eat her flower. The whole South Side heard about it. Turned us into a fucking punchline.
You mean your retarded brother?
Yeah, he wants you to meet two of his friends.
Your retarded brother as friends?
Yeah, meet Longo and Lloyd.
Looking at Liam's clueless little face, I was terrified he'd end up brain damaged like people said. Maybe everyone thinks I'm heartless, but I stayed up at night, sneaking in to give him those sketchy 8 IQ tests I picked up who knows where. Only when I saw he was okay did I finally relax. Emmo figured if my little brew a smart kid, then I must be even smarter, so obviously I had to test my own god-tier brain. Turns out this computer, the real dumb boss here, pissed me off so much I didn't sleep all night. To carve out some kind of foothold in this shitty world, I started scheming up a big deal. I roped in my nephew Chuck, who got a bit of street smarts, to help me transport some flour.
What's in those bags, Carl?
Horse. And don't tell anyone a word about this, or else I'll tie a fucking tire around your tummy and set it on fire.
Hey, Uncle Carl.
The plan was solid, and I, Drew, accounted for the risks. But the second I saw the K9 unit, instinct kicked in and I bolted, leaving a dumbfounded Chuck behind. Yeah, it was a dick move, I know, but the real kick in the teeth, getting sold out by my own goddamn father. When the cops slammed me down, I didn't even feel much that night. My siblings showed up at the holding cell, shouting through the glass for me to keep my mouth shut, and that they to get a lawyer. Seeing them so frantic gave me a weird warmth, but mostly I just felt calm. Ike been ready for this day for a long time.
What a fucking lawyer, motherfucker.
Type in court. When everyone expected me to cower or beg for mercy, I taunted the judge on purpose, just to make sure they Joe send me to Javi.
Do you regret what you've done, girl?
I did something really dumb. I shouldn't have. I trusted a fucking retard with a man's job. Next time I move a bunch of drugs, I'll be smarter.
You're a man under the custody of the sheriff. This court is in recess.
I told Fiona, don't worry, you'd make a name for myself in there. I was bullshitting, I meant it. I had to come out harder, stronger. The Juvenile Detention Center is simply a concentrated essence of the South Side, and it's even worse. Do you think I went in there to reflect on my mistakes? I went there for further training. I gained the recognition of the gang inside, and indeed grew bigger and stronger. I learned how to survive and how to build my own small influence on the day I got out. Everyone was shouting, "The white kid, Carl." That's what they called me with a bit of awe. I felt like a king who had crawled back from hell. I was dressed in what I thought was extremely cool attire, with dreadlocks. There are beautiful women around every day, and they are all different, and was really making a name for myself. With the first sum of money I earned, I improved the quality of life of my family.
Where'd all this come from?
Carl bought Fruit Loops.
And cage-free organic eggs, and juice with the pulp in it. Eat up, little homie.
Where are you getting all this money?
Juvie job saved up.
You better not be selling drugs again, Carl.
Nope. No drugs. I learned my lesson.
I thought I had found my direction, which was to become a real street boss.
Next.
Till I saw Nick, my good buddy, who had risen up with me due to a momentary impulse. He killed the kid who stole his bicycle and was caught again.
Call the cops. You better split.
Well, why?
This time he might be facing life imprisonment. At that moment, it was like a basin of ice water being poured over me from head to toe, and I suddenly came to my senses. This path is nothing but a dead end. If I keep going down this path, I'll either end up behind the cold iron bars of a prison, or lying on the cold ground on the streets. This is not what I want. Definitely not. Just at this time, the family house was about to be auctioned off by others. Fiona, she was about to completely break down.
It's over. Gus wouldn't sign. I can't get the loan and I lost the house.
That was her hardest time. Seeing her look of despair, I felt very bad inside. I took the savings I had accumulated over all these years from those dirty businesses. Actually, I still have quite a lot of money, but I just forgot where I buried it. I dug out everything I knew and stuffed it all to Fiona.
Dug it up.
What the hell is this?
Buy back the house.
That was the first time I felt this money was used for the right thing. I started trying everything I could to leave the gang and wash my hands of it. Those guys, of course, wouldn't let me go easily, but I fucking endured it. After quitting the gang, I got to know Domi, a girl who was just as much of a handful. Her father was a cop named Luther. At first, Luther and I couldn't stand the sight of each other, but a series of unexpected events that occurred subsequently changed the way both of us viewed each other. Later on, my father-in-law not only shared a lot of his insights about life with me, but also served as my guarantor so that I could enter the military academy. I'm truly grateful to him. This became the first important turning point in my life.
Hey, you ready?
No. I'm going, though. I think I need to. I need some direction. Not good at school. Not good at sports. Definitely don't want to be back on the corner. I'm gonna come back a man.
The few years I spent in the military academy passed by very quickly. Every day was extremely fulfilling. In order to prove that I could adapt to and integrate into this new life, I even forced myself to put on that uncomfortable suit and went to that damn dance.
Fuck you, type piece of shit.
There, I met Kelly. She was different from those girls in the South District. She was intelligent and had plans for her life. Influenced and encouraged by her, I became determined to go to the United States Military Academy at West Point for further studies. It is known as the Cradle of U.S. Army officers and is like the Harvard among military academies. I gave it my all to get into West Point, just to compete with those young soldiers who were born with a silver spoon in their mouths. During that period, I truly thought that I could change my destiny through my own efforts. Unfortunately, reality dealt me a harsh blow. In the end, the path to the military academy didn't work out. Maybe I didn't pass the background check, or maybe the wildness in my bones just couldn't be hidden. In any case, I was rejected again.
Fucking money. Is that a 32?
The fucking money, shithead!
It's pink.
The bullets are pink, motherfucker! Give me the goddamn money! Fucker! Piece of fucking shit! West Point, motherfucking!
All my efforts seemed to be in vain. I was thrown back to square one, and once again stood at the crossroads of my life, not knowing which way to go. But people are just starving bastards. The more you fall to the bottom, the more you want to climb up. Maybe this is just the Gallagher family genes, huh? I look at the people around me. Lip is still tearing his hair out, trying to make ends meet. Ian is in jail, bickering with his partner. Debbie became a mom early and is blindly messing things up. Fiona, once the pillar of our family, finally acted selfish for once left the South Side to live her own life. Frank. Well, Frank is still Frank, but we are all living in our own way, struggling. No one has truly given up. And then there's my little brother, Liam, up to now. He's still wondering why he's the only one in the family who is black.
Just want to know who I am.
You're Gallagher, same as me.
I'm black.
And you get to check the black card for the rest of your life. Move to the front of the line, you got it made.
Except I can't walk down the street wearing a hoodie without worrying that a cop's gonna put me in a chokehold.
So that idea of becoming a cop came back, and stronger than before. I started preparing more systematically, using some Gallagher-style methods. You know what I mean?
You understand, Mr. Gallagher, that lying under oath is perjury, punishable by up to 5 years in state prison.
Are you calling me a liar, sir? Why? Because I grew up poor on the South Side? Because my father is a drunk and my mother was a junkie? Because I'm not as smart as you and you can humiliate me using big words I don't know? I got into the academy because they know when we roll up on a gunfight, I'll be the one running towards the shooting, not away from it. They know when a 911 call comes in and it's some bastard scumbag pistol whipping a little girl trying to steal her pink bicycle, that I'll be there, ready to take a bullet in the face.
In the South Side, sometimes rules are just meant to be broken as long as you can achieve your goal. But I didn't expect that this gig, being an inside informant for the cops, would go so smoothly. They broke the rules and let me become a Chicago cop. My first day as a cop, I immediately ran into this old-timer who had me tagging along with him the whole day. He made me start learning to obey discipline, control my temper, how to deal with different kinds of people, how to walk the edge of the rules without crossing the bottom line. This was too fucking hard for me. Deep down, I'm just an impulsive guy. Another female cop was all about results, justify the means, but used violent enforcement. Too harsh on the bottom level people, bullying the weak and fearing the strong.
Lose the dress! Now!
Wig 2.
I was born and raised in the South Side, seen too much injustice. I just like sticking up for the poor.
Look, you could just leave me the hell alone because I ain't selling shit.
Gotta move east a little bit. Look by the 5-star check cashing. They don't roll through there much.
Thank you, Officer Gallagher.
Life is a fucking mix of dumb luck and hard clashes. You might be dealt a hand of complete shit, but that doesn't mean you have to fold and walk away. It's these goddamn experiences that have shown me the darkest nights and the most fucked up sides of humanity. So being a cop isn't about some grand justice or the bullshit glory that comes with the uniform. For me, it's like being caught in the cracks of rules, using my own way to even odds. Just a little and people like me. The ones with no voice, the ones always ignored, even if it had just sparing them some pointless bullshit, even if it had just making those self-important rich pricks realize this world is entirely theirs to run. That in the story of Carl Gallagher, may a brand new cop on the South Side meet.